maximum damage on this. Because the idea is that we use the gun to get through the armor. Stun is always nice, but let's boost this. Wait, is that? Okay. Back one. And the pommel is going to be the same, right? Yep. Is that actually boosted it? I think it's boosted it by 40 in total. And my weapons, I want to see what I can put on this, because in this slot, you can put bigger science, lockpicking. Can I put better stuff in? There's nothing that actually gives me additional stats, right? I mean, it's got some resistances, but I can't get +1, an extra, or +2 science, or +2 whatever. No, okay. Fair enough, then. And going through these, you don't get stuff like that, right? No, you don't. Okay. That's fine. I guess that's fine. You may have not been here when you spent the points, so you don't know. I mean, unless... No, because I mean, I saved the game after leveling. I don't understand what... I'm going to have to rewatch the stream afterwards just to see. Because I was so sure I had spent a point in that. But it's not there now, so I clearly haven't. I just don't understand where that's gone. Unless I was just planning to or thinking about it, but... oh well, it could be that. We'll assume I'm going slightly mad. Right, where the hell's the gloves? Put those away. Damn it. I've got the wrong button again. Put those away. They're safe. Let's go. Anyway, we'll at some point try out this new sword. But there's just a quest to hand in here. I like the way it travels you right to the quest location. That's a nice feature of this game.
You survived. Which must mean, alas, that one of the Nadaig is with us no longer. You are a great warrior.
Damn right.
You could almost be a storm warrior. What do you seek?
Speak about the trap in the swamps. If you put the craftsmanship thing on your armor and put on the gloves, you could do the better armor upgrades. That's true. But then I would lose the lockpicking. It might be worth a thought. Well, I wouldn't lose the lockpicking. I'd put it on a different piece of armor, wouldn't I? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll have a think about that.
You set a trap for us, invoking and releasing that creature.
It is true. And the Nadaig is indeed one of the faces. A spirit of the Isle. I was hoping that you would disappear. The swamps do not like to give back those who enter. You have seen things that no stranger to our clan has ever seen. Secrets that no one must know.
You can trust me.
But you survived. You are strong. I should not have thought you so weak.
The ritual. This is how you prepare the blood sap.
What are you talking about, Siora?
Blood sap.
No one knows the recipe. But it is the very balm that allows her warriors to enter into a trance. And to rise again when they have fallen.
It is true. You do not know the ingredients, but you know now how the blessing works. I have nothing more to give you than my excuses. And that you keep to yourself all that you have seen. Anything more?
I need to be going.
Tricky. Face to face with the demon. What do you have to say about this?
What can I do for you, my child?
Nothing. Okay.
I'll see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Do I... Well, let's go and see. Do I tell everyone about this? Or do I keep it quiet? Another choice to make. Yeah, I could buy a cheap armor and put it on. That's... You're right, Hagman. I could do that. And I can make better upgrades. I didn't actually notice if there was a +1 crafting you can put on a chest piece. But I will have a look next time we get some loot. Hey man, Tom. How's it going? Every time Petrus talks, you now think about that Kaviri mage. It is nice that you recognise voice actors from game to game. I think that's a cool thing. It's nice when you recognise a voice actor in a game that you know has been on the telly for something. I always think that's nice. It feels like it legitimizes, not that, you know, you don't get good voice actors that haven't been on TV. Is it worth having an explore over here? That's telling me to go back somewhere else, so let's go straight over and have an explore. I thought that thing was going to run into me then, twice. Oh god, it's the bats. They are back. Well, I've got a dirty great big sword now. They shouldn't be too much of a problem. Haha. It's quite funny the way these bats are just spaced out perfectly to allow you to do perfect stealth runs. And they never notice a thing. Well, I might notice that. Unless I can get around it in time. Whoa. Are there bigger swords than this in the game? This is rather modest for a great sword. Well, this one I think was called a broadsword, to be fair. And the other thing I had was called a claymore. Which I don't think either of those are... well, historically, I don't think either of those models are as large as a greatsword. But I may be completely incorrect on that. I don't know if there's any bigger ones. I've not seen anything. Yeah, well, Kurt's got quite a big... He's not with me at the moment. One of my other companions, I think he uses something that looks like a greatsword. It certainly looks like a Zweihander. And that's bigger. I don't know why I'm sneaking up after this. I don't need to sneak after this thing. I still managed to stealth attack it, though. There should be a little bonus, I think, for doing like a perfect stealth run on these things. Size of a greatsword varies. It basically starts being a greatsword when it's too big to wear on your hip. Ah, okay. Oh, what have I run into? The hell? Okay. Ha ha ha. What the hell? How did he turn that around? Look at Petrus ripping this thing apart with his magic. Haha, I'm not falling for that. This rips things open. Okay, this is nice. My fury attack is really nice. I have to focus, though, on getting more fury generated. And that was the... I guess that's the downside of this sword. It costs more per fury attack. But, nice. I quite like that. Can I show you Kurt from here? I don't know if I can. No, I'd have to be in a camp. Where are we going anyway? No! We want this. Different ideas of how long the sword should be. Some fencing masters recommend they reach to your chin. Some say about your own height. I guess it depends on the purpose. I mean, the only thing I've read about greatswords, which is very little, I believe they're more like a continental weapon of Renaissance times than something you see a lot of in the UK. Again, I might be wrong. And what I read about them was they're often used to, well, I think the idea was that they were to chop the ends of pikes off to make enemy pike blocks more susceptible to attack or, you know, useless. But I have no idea if that's the case or if that was just one use for them. Because they are, I've seen them in the Royal Armouries at Leeds. They are great, big, unwieldy weapons. Terrifying things, I imagine, to face. Okay, we've found some stuff to explore here. What the hell? Where did these scumbags come from? What? I don't think this Mo attack really does as much... Oh, I'm going to die here. I am going to die here because I can't get the... I'm dead. Because I don't have time to get the antidote off because of the slow animation. Crap, that sucks. There was just one of them bats constantly queued up to attack me. I should have run away to fight it, I think. It's a common myth. They really can't chop the heads of pikes easily. I mean, the issue there is, because when you think about it, if the pike was laid across a table or a chopping block, you could easily chop the head off. But when you hit someone holding a pike, it's not going to have enough resistance for you to slice the head off, unless you've had like the most razor sharp weapon. Because of the force of it is just going to make the pike dip to the floor, right? I suppose when it hits the floor, it might then chop through it. But it does seem like an odd sort of idea. The role in battlefields is mostly unknown, but they seem to be very popular as a bodyguard weapon. Maybe it was one of those weapons that was just for show and prestige as much as anything else. This damn thing charged right over the top of me. And now it can't see me? I'm stealthed? Oh, it's because I've moved too far away and it's reset, that's why. Well, it's going to regret that, isn't it? No, because that's going to... if I run up there, does that reset it? Yeah, it bloody resets it. Oh my god, this is a ridiculous idea. Right, I can stealth attack it from there. It doesn't kill it. Major failing with the game, I think. Enemies have distinct zones where they are... hang on. I don't want to get kicked by it. One down. Alright, this sword seems to be quite effective. Really great for fighting off many opponents with shorter weapons than you. I mean, that is a fairly long weapon you've got there. The trouble with long weapons is they're great in sort of open combat, like this sort of situation, one-on-ones things, or, you know... But once you get into sort of the dense press of, I guess, battlefield combat, where you've got quite tightly packed rank and file, depending on the type of formation and situation, the bigger the weapon that requires a bigger swing, the less useful it is. Am I right? Am I still going the right way now? I think what I'll do is I'm just going to go and see if I can climb up this and explore this first. Hey, look. I am the Lord, walking on water. Oh, nice. Please have something nice. Just gold coins and ammo? I want more. Oh, we found a campsite, though. There's one more campsite in this region. It's probably down there. Let's explore. Keep going. You literally know their use in battlefields are just defensive use, guarding an area or a person like a banner bearer. You could imagine them being like a leader's bodyguard, couldn't you? I could well see them just being like a mark of prestige given to a certain, not rank, but, well, possibly even rank, but a certain, I don't know. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I can't run through that. Are you kidding me? I feel like I've missed an area. Stature? Maybe. Yeah. In the same sort of way that in the British Army of much later, like the British Grenadiers wore bear skins as a mark of, hey, look at us. Just so you know who you're fighting. That type of thing. Or some of the British Grenadiers, or British Guards battalions, I should probably say. This just a dead end? Or is there some loot? It's got to be a chest. No? That means there's going to be a quest to come back here for. It looks like a quest sort of a place, does this? No, an invisible wall. Definitely. Oh well, it was worth looking for. Is it over there? Did I? Oh, it must be. When I see this, right, I know this marks out everywhere that you can climb, but it reminds me the amount of bird shit you get under pigeon nests and stuff. It just looks rank. It just looks like it's had like a flock of pigeons or seagulls perched on top of it, shiting down it all day. Those invisible walls definitely ruin the chance that you'll buy this game. Well, you kind of get used to it. There's enough places to go and explore. It's not truly open world. It isn't, obviously, but I mean, there's still enough places to run around looking for. What annoys me the most about it is that you just can't take a quick shortcut to get back to where you want to be, because it's all canyon walls and invisible walls and stuff. Like, this looks very much like... Oh, no, I am completely wrong. I can't see a damn thing. I like how the monsters get totally, like, focused on one thing. Hang on, I need to... Just a minute. Fire that off. Did I not? Did I... Come on, I need to... What have I done? I've stunned and poisoned a load of stuff, right? A shame I can't whirl with this weapon, because that would be an awesome whirl weapon. I think I got 2 with 1 shot there, which is the first real indication I've had that this is an area of effect attack when I swing the sword. It's the anti-horde weapon of choice, I guess. So where the hell did that bring me out at? Okay, nice. Travel points, contracts, stuff to do, and the last camp area for this region, I believe. I think there's definitely some sort of prestige attached to the greatsword, but you say it's like they also serve some use. Weapons that become status symbols usually comes though because they're effective. I'm trying to think of an example where that's not the case, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Well, I mean, it's not the same in the same league. The British Army of the 17 and 1800s, the sergeants were armed with what were they, half pikes, and it was a status weapon. But it was just a weapon for assisting them keep the men in rank and file and helping them dress the ranks. But it's not really the same sort of example. Nice. Another 100 XP. Let's run in. There'll be nothing going on here, but there'll be quests to come back to. My prediction. Yeah, I know. It's a shame that it does have invisible walls in. I agree there, Seahorn, but I don't mind it too much. Oh, it's a village. Once you get used to it, and you kind of learn to sort of, you know what to expect. It doesn't bother me too much, I've got to say. Chief Adler's? Does he have any quests? Seems to have some loot. I'll just help myself to his personal belongings.
You have returned on Almanawi. Do you need something else?
I've not been here before. Okay. Katanas are so prestige weapons that cut through anything like a laser's. Like a laser. Yeah, the good ones are.
Like so many others.
But then that's no different to, like, a katana's a very personal weapon, isn't it? Personal to the samurai that would wield it. And that's not really any difference to any knight having a really well-made sword of their own. Or a family sword. There's a contracts board down there, and there's 2 unknowns. What have you got for... Oh, it's a chest as well. Very aggressive Yorglans have built a nest north of Eden. Be cautious if you follow the road to the northeast or go into the bushes. A reward will be offered to whoever destroys those nests. We can supply you with traps. I don't think I'll bother with traps. And I appeal to the better nature of travellers on the Vedvilvi road. My brother decided to explore it and never returned. If you were to find his body, please dig a grave for him so that he may rest in peace. He must still have his coin purse on him. I'd be happy to leave it to you as a reward. Elemental damage. Oh, well, they must be the traps. that they've left me to do the things. So there was something to the northeast it said to go and do. I don't know if you wander into these locations. The northeast, it's somewhere over there. I don't want to... If I wander into these things later and kill them, I will find them. Meanwhile, southeast. Katanas are the Japanese equivalent to the European longswords. They're important to the warriors, but are also sidearms. You just made fun of katana fanboys saying how superb it is compared to European longswords and such, even though most of the katanas are considered inferior. I don't know much about them. I mean, it all depends on the quality of the steel and the skill of the maker. There'll be, you know, periods through history where European sword makers were more skilled than Japanese sword makers, and vice versa. And other region sword makers as well, I mean, which rarely get mentioned, but... I mean, who were the first to use, like, folded steel? Was it the Vikings? Or does it go back before then? Am I in the right place here? No one to really do anything with? Ah. Hate it when it does that. Let me out. There were just a couple of doors. Missionaries' quarters. Well, let's have a look in the missionaries' quarters then. There's going to be something to come back for. I know there is, quest-wise. Okay, we can leave. If you can get out of the way, we can leave. It does annoy me a bit in this game that you come to these outposts and there's not really much going on. They feel like they're just plonked down for the sake of it. There might be some story to attend to later, but I do feel like it's a wasted opportunity. Just for something a bit, you know, a little bit different. Let's go out the door and see where we get to. Oh, god damn. You remember Scalagrim getting pretty triggered by the Katana fanboys? I haven't watched Scalagrim for a little while. I used to quite enjoy his videos on swords and testing out weapons and stuff. It was pretty cool. Oh, right, so we've got to go... That's for... Okay, that's for a different quest. Are all the quests now... Question Commander Fernando about the problems with Ptolemy. The Cardinal's apartments. Question Bishop Domitius. Is that really what we're up to? What's that one? The Scholar's Expedition. It's definitely not that. What happened with this business about this mystery in the swamp? Is that now done? Hang on, before I leave... Let me just take a look at the Prince's Secret. Oh, so we've got to go and question Bishop. That is part of it. Is it? No, it's not. That's not it. That's a separate one. Scholars in the Expedition. Side quests. Side quest. Champion. Oh, we should go and do that. That should be easy now. The Login Expedition. Kurt's quest, we've got one. Petrus's quest, the Vices of the Mother Cardinal, we'll get around to those. And these things are just... Yeah. I don't know if I can be bothered with any of these things. If we happen upon them, we happen upon them, but otherwise, I'm not too worried. So, okay, well, we'll leave. I don't know that I finished that mystery in the swamp thing, but we shall go for this. So straight to the residence. I think this is just going to be a lot of dialogue coming up here. What do we need? Let's take a quick look, actually, at that upgrade for the armor. So if I upgrade this on this strap, I can put in... is there anything that increases? I'm looking... There's one for +1 science, but I have a robe with science, so that's no better. What I need is +1 crafting. It's not going to do it, is it? Damn it. It was a good idea, Hagmanine, but it's not going to be possible. Yeah, so you can't get more than +1 in stats by improving things, the upgrades. And that would be a shame. That was a nice idea though. I can't do it on gloves. What can I put on the gloves? Just balance and armor, right? Nothing. Balance and armor. It's not going to be. That's such a shame. It does mean that you pretty much have to level up those skills to be able to use the things. Okay, I thought it was going to be a shortcut. A broadsword of judgment. That's probably pretty similar to what I've got, I think. No, wait, I've got the parry. I've got that one, haven't I? Parry broadsword. Oh my god, look at that. It has... Alright, it's got less stun and a bit less fury gen. No, that's the wrong one, sorry. Oh, it's got the same fury cost. Okay, that makes sense. More stun, more fury gen. I'd have to put my extra upgrades on again. I don't think it's worth it, to be quite honest. But stun's always nice. Right, okay, we'll carry on. Falling for that trap, trying to sprint away from his shop. You just started to go off tangent on an unrelated topic to the game. That's okay, it's interesting stuff. I always like talking about history and military stuff and weapons and things. Who do we need? We don't need anyone else, so let's leave. And oh, what I can do is I can go and talk to the merchants here. What have we got up here? There's the harbour office. All right, that's about the Norts. And there's also which is probably going to be main quest stuff. The merchants is a halfway place. Let's go to the merchants first. See if there's any nice new stuff to buy. Don't encourage you. You may come to regret it. As long as the conversation always stays civil, and that when there's a big difference of opinion, people just accept that, you know, there is a difference of opinion. The risk on the internet, and you'll have seen this all over the place, internet forums, Facebook, anywhere, is that people can't accept that there might be two possibilities to something. And because we're talking about history, you can never be 100% sure about something. And then it turns into just outright flame wars about something.
Don't hesitate to have a rummage around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
So as long as our chat never descends into that, yeah, you're welcome to talk about, you know, anything like that. Let's see what he's got then. Now these rings, these are things for like upgrading Petrus, but I don't know what that's based. Oh, yeah, magical damage 231's 231 more than I'm currently using, which makes sense because I don't have any. Let's see. Impaling steel hammer. Oh, I should compare it to the other weapon though. Yeah, exactly. There's no point changing that. Doesn't have any nice big swords. What about gear? An antique ornate helmet. Magical resistance. No, endurance 2, so no. And I need my intuition. I wish I could find some gear with like these stats on, like intuition, because I feel, I mean, I'm wearing the original hat that you start the game with, and I never feel like I can upgrade it because I really want the stat on it. That's my key thing. Talemi war armor? That's very similar to what Petrus is wearing, I think. Ceremonial armor? There's just... I find myself disappointed with a lot of the loot and gear options in this. We're going to go. We're going to try. Question Commander Fernando. I don't think it matters which way round we do these. Might be famous last words.